Are you still stuck in the narcissist's web? Then I want to tell you the truth. Because you need to move deeper into the core wound. And the core wound keeps you stuck in cycles. So ask yourself, what is the cycle you still repeat? The same cycle you also repeated in the relationship with the narcissist. There is a core wound that already existed before the relationship with the narcissist. And that is a cycle where you believe that when something traumatic happens, you have no place to go. You have nowhere to turn to. So the reason you stayed in a very unhealthy, toxic situation for so long, because you were stuck in that cycle. Ask yourself the question, when something traumatic happened in a relationship with a narcissist, why is it that you never told anyone about that? Because you had the feeling you had nowhere to turn to. Or did you talk to people about the traumatic things that happened in a relationship with a narcissist? No, probably not. Because in the core wound, you are stuck in that cycle where your inner child believes that there is nowhere she or he can turn to. So what is it that you did? You moved into cognitive dissonance, where you didn't face the traumatic events. You even didn't believe that those traumatic events were real. No. Instead, you told yourself, like, when I change myself so much, then everything will go back to how it used to be. And there you believed that the narcissist will go back to who he or she was in the start of the relationship. When you now look at this cycle, do you still repeat this cycle in this moment? You left the narcissist years ago. But still you have the feeling that there is no place to go. Because you seek help, you inform people, but you attract people who trigger this core wound. You attract the wrong people. You don't have the security system you need. And that is because your inner child is walking around wounded, believing that there is no place to go. And that is the reason why you still perform. You still play the rules that are shaped in a state of survival. All the roles you have shaped in the relationship with the narcissist. To not face reality. No, those roles, those fake self-identities, they are shaped to keep you safe, right? But they also tell you that you are safe. How do they do that? They are not facing reality. They are not. Maybe they still see the narcissist as the person they were in the start of the relationship. So you are still changing yourself in so many ways because there is still hope that the narcissist will turn into the person they were in the start of your relationship. And I want to tell you that they are not that person. So you need to remove all those hopes and wishes you still place on the narcissist. You need to see the narcissist in reality. You need to see them the way they are. And you need to heal your inner child. Because your inner child is still stuck in your childhood. Where as a child you felt that when you had any issues, problems, or traumatic events happened, you couldn't go to your parents. Maybe they were physically around, but they were too busy with work. And you felt that you couldn't go to your parents. So your inner child still feels that there is nowhere to turn to. That's the core wound. You need to write down the truth about the relationship you had with your narcissist. You need to face every traumatic event that happened in that relationship. You need to let your inner child speak to you. Because when you start to write down the truth of that relationship, you allow your inner child to speak to you. You allow your inner child to come to you. You need to speak to your inner child. I'm here for you. You can face the traumatic events that happened in your life. Because I am here for you now. You can speak to me. And there you allow your inner child to speak. And there you will connect with your own voice. As long as you keep yourself in cognitive dissonance, you are not connected with your own voice. And you are not healing your inner child. That's the work. When you start to allow your inner child to speak his or her truth, then I will tell you, then your inner child, it feels that she or he can turn to someone. And that someone is you.